So today we're going to check out a product which I think's great value for money for protecting those expensive solar inverters and also EV home chargers. I've already got one of these products. I had it installed over my solar a couple of years ago, so we're getting a new one today for the EV chargers, so we're going to show that to you guys. So stay with us. Welcome to Electric Car Australia, the Aussie YouTube channel for those thinking about going electric and also looking at sustainable living technologies. So today we're going to chat to Russ from Local Power. I'm a returning customer of Russ. We've previously bought one of the simple covers for our solar inverter when we got the solar installed, and today we've got one installed for our recent EV charger. So we'll hand over to Russ to tell us a little bit about Simply Covers and how the business started. Okay, so we'll hand over to Russ from Simply Covers. So do you want to tell us a little bit about the company? You're a small business based in Queensland, where you started, where you're going, that sort of stuff?
Yeah, no, we started with solar and inverters. We actually started manufacturing these ourselves for our own jobs where they were needed. And then realised that other people were needing them as well. Both the other installers plus also mums and dads. So we've started Simply Covers, and the main objective is obviously to keep the direct sunlight to protect the electrical equipment from UV. The harsh light of UV.
Yeah, well, that's right. Our Aussie sun over here, it's not that strong. Things will last for years in the sun. Not.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's the primary reason we got it as well. We get a lot of morning sun, particularly in summer. Very harsh, sort of on this eastern-facing wall. So yeah, we got it for the inverter, and now we've got it for the charger cover. So Russ, what makes your product different to others in the market? Because I know there's a few others around.
Yeah, so I guess we, one of the key benefits is it's actually a roofing material, the sheeting, and it's designed to withstand it's a heat reduction plus also UV. So the product's actually designed specifically for that.
So this is a polycarbonate, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's a high quality polycarbonate sheet.
Yeah, it's quite thick.
It's all clear anodized aluminium and also stainless steel hinges, and so it's built to last. And we offer a 5-year warranty on the product. And the I guess one of the unique benefits of our product is that it's open on the sides. You can put sides on it, but it is open, which means that you've got maximum ventilation for airflow to be going through, and it's open on the bottom as well. There's a gap at the top, at the very back, and that helps with ventilation, but also any conduit that's running vertically will clear that. So, and it's fully customizable as well. So we can make it any size. We have standard sizes, but we can actually customize things to suit. Where that comes into play is that often you've got your electronic device installed, whether that be an inverter or a car charger, battery, and what happens is there's other associated switches,
bits and pieces.
Beside that.
That's right.
So, you know, having no sides, you know, we've actually got it open. We can cover that. Plus, we can actually reduce or increase the widths as needed to cover switches and the like.
Yeah, so obviously here, if we had been getting this installed at once, potentially we would have had the option to have a bigger one, like one door.
No, you'd still do it in two.
Still do? Okay,
you would.
But I really like, obviously it matches there really well. It not only from heat protection, but it also provides some visual protection from the street as well. But that was one consideration I did look at, was ventilation, because we've got an inverter that works quite hard in the Australian summer. We've got a an EV charger that would also be working, but with the open bottom, sides and the gap at the top, you've got that convection. So I was quite happy that even with the two together, lots and lots of ventilation.
Yeah, and it's, I guess, what differentiates also this product is that it's a lot more streamlined. There's a lot more clean lines, avenues for it. So, and the other is you can increase, you know, the size of this, and sometimes it's all about not only shading the product, but actually shading the surrounding masonry wall.
Yeah, that's right. If all this heats up,
that's right,
and it radiates across. That's right. And one other thing I like too is this is fully recyclable. So I've done a quick look online, and there is some companies in Australia that do recycle polycarbonate. So obviously aluminium's recyclable as a metal, and the polycarbonate as well. So being a bit of a greenie myself, it's good to know that, you know, that you've got nothing if this does become end of life, or you know, for whatever reason we want to remove it. It is recyclable. So.
Yeah, it's definitely it's not a throwaway item. So it's built to last. We're not in the business of making things that
100%. So it wasn't certainly wasn't inferring that it's not going to last, but it is. I'm always conscious of end of life stuff with anything that I buy. So you touched on different sizes, so they're all available, your standard sizes on your website.
Sizes, so different heights, different widths, and there's also 3 different colours. So you've got, this one is light grey, there's a dark grey, and there's a solarised white. And I do like the polycarbonate having that insulative properties. I've seen it a lot in Europe. It's a 10 mil thick product.
Really does stop that heat transfer. So price, the all important price.
Yeah, well, they vary in price.
Obviously on size.
They can be, it really depends on the size of the unit. So, you know, obviously car chargers or pool filter covers are smaller, less cost, but everything is on our website. And you can choose, you know, whatever suits your application and see what all the pricing is. So all the pricing is there
on the website. So this one was about $300, which personally I think is pretty good value given the cost of the inverters and the charges that it's covering. I should mention at this point too that this is not a paid sponsored promotion, so Russ hasn't paid us, but so I bought the cover, but he has kindly came out and installed it today so that you guys could get a sped up look at how quickly it goes together. So on that note, they're flat packed, so you ship
That's
them
right,
Australia-wide?
Ship them all over Australia.
Flat packed?
Yep, down to Tassie.
Yep.
Costa, Western Australia.
Yep.
So, yeah, everywhere.
And they are obviously quite easy to put together. They just sort of slot together.
There's effectively 3-4 components, and they just knock together when you receive them in flat pack. There's instructions that come with them.
Fantastic.
I guess the proof is that we've never had people coming back to us saying we can't put them together.
We can't read the instructions.
So that's
the Allen key was missing.
And we've been doing them for some time now, so it's good.
No, that's great. And I was going to rush out and get a couple of photos before Russ put it together, but he was so quick. By the time I got the camera and stuff out, he'd already had it put together, so it takes no time. And to mount onto the wall, 4 screws.
That's
each
right.
corner.
They all come with their flat pack.
Yep.
So whether you're fixing to masonry or to timber, it's just 4 screws in the corner.
Yep. And I'll pop a couple of close-up screenshots of those screws, but really easy DIY install. Obviously we're on brick, but these obviously go on anything. So you've got your hardy plank, your timber, mud brick, anything you could think of, you could screw these to. So look, finally, Russ, availability. So obviously you have a large quantity of the set sizes in stock. So from when somebody places the order, how long does that take for it to ship? And then if they had to get a custom-made one, what sort of time frames are you looking at?
Generally, we ship basically within 24 hours or 2 days.
Yeah, okay.
Most orders that are received one day get shipped out the next, and most of them are all in stock as well.
Okay.
If they happen not to be in stock, you can see that very clearly.
So the website tells you at the time.
And for anyone who needs something special, customisation, it's generally either a 4 to 5 day, depending on what it is, 4 to 5 working day turnaround for any customisation.
And if someone needs a customised one, what's your preference for letting you know? Do they put that detail in an email and send it through, or do they give you a call? Or how does...
There's the ability to actually upload photos. So one of the really very easy things to do is to communicate with a photo and actually show us what you have. We can, depending on the brand or style of bricks, we can actually see what the measurements all are. So any photos of the, whether it's an inverter or a battery and the surrounds, give us a really good idea of what's going to fit. So if there's any hesitation in knowing what is going to fit, a simple email and a photo.
That's good to know. And actually that makes sense, because Russ did ask me to send through a couple of photos of the existing cover and things, which is a great idea, because I'm getting a bit silly these days and I will miscalculate measurements and all sorts of stuff. So I sent through what I thought it was, and you validated it with some photos, and it's fitted really nicely. So that's it.
Good.
Well, Russ, thanks very much. Anything else you want to add that besides to say check out the Simply Covers website? I'll include the links in the show notes.
We're doing covers obviously for solar inverters, electric car chargers, pool pump control gear, batteries, and there's other electrical covers that would
So basically anything that needs some protection from the harsh Aussie sun or pounding rain that's on the external of your house, or
that's right. And the sizes of the covers are all published there. So if you have a product that you want to cover, it's just a matter of finding the size that's going to suit you.
And I notice you do some commercial stuff as well. So on the website, I've seen some bigger sort of stuff.
There's a few bigger ones that we make for commercial inverters.
Okay, Russ, thanks very much for your time. Really appreciate it. I love your product. Really happy to share it with our viewers. And I would seriously suggest that you consider something like this, whether it's over your expensive solar inverter, an EV charger like we've got here, or even, like we've mentioned, your solar or your pool controllers, because all that sort of electronics gets quite expensive. Thanks very much, Russ. Great to see you again. Take care, and we'll talk soon. Cheers. That's it for another video. I hope everyone's found that really helpful. If you have, please give it the thumbs up. And also, if you're not a subscriber, click that subscribe button. It really helps us out. We've just ticked over 2,300 subscribers. So thanks very much to everyone who's already signed up. If you'd like to flick us a couple of dollars, I'll put the PayPal and the Patreon links below. And of course, if you'd like some one-on-one personalised information on electric vehicles, or maybe even a test drive if you're in the Brisbane area, we've got a EV information service, so I'll include the link to the website below. You can check out that and also book a session. Well, as I mentioned, that's it. Thanks very much for watching. Look after your friends and family, and we'll talk soon.